And good day to everyone. Welcome to DeFi Crypto, where we're going to be looking at the Bitcoin market, looking at the Ethereum market, and generally getting an overview of what is happening in the US market. Because without the understanding of where the DXY is going, without the understanding of where the US 500 or the ES is going, can't really trade. So that's what I'm here to hopefully help you with. Get a better understanding of where we should be looking for longs, where we should be looking for shorts. But yeah, that being said, let's get straight into it. So first things first, I always like to start the trading day by simply looking at the cryptocurrency volume, the trading volume on the exchanges, right? Take a look at the spot volume. As we can see, let me just refresh that. 77% up in the last 24 hours. That is insane. Now, that to me just means that we have come out of a very low volatility state, right? December, a lot of traders, high volume traders especially, simply not interested in trading. And we can see that on the chart. I mean, if you look at this range, so many smaller traders just got absolutely chopped up in this kind of range. I'm sure if you were trading in December, you shouldn't have been, but it was just nasty. I mean, I saw a lot of Twitter, profiles talking about, oh man, look at Bitcoin. It's a stable coin. It's a stable coin. You shouldn't even be trading. You shouldn't even be. I shouldn't even have been on Twitter, right? That's how volume dries up in December. So, personally like to avoid that. But, now that we know that there is volume coming in, we can start trading again. We can start looking for trades, right? Without that info, how can we assess the market, right? We may be looking for our favorite trade, but if there's no volume, nothing is going to come of it, right? No selling, no buying, just happiness in the market, right? Happiness is not what we like. Just like the US 500, it's kind of been ranging. We don't like that, right? We want volatility like this. It's beautiful, right? But let's get into it. So, the first thing I like to look at is the monthly fib print. These are automated fib levels that print based on the previous month of trading. So, if the previous month of trading is high volatility, well, the fib levels will expect prices to move up even more or move up even more, move down even more aggressively, right? That didn't really happen, obviously, because we went into December, but we had about a 25% move on Bitcoin, right? And then really not much after that, right? We saw price jump off this golden pocket right here, beautiful stuff. Hit the upper mean or the mean range, right, which is the zero level, which is in purple, and just reject, right? No strength for a move to the upside. But it is a new month, it is a new year, and maybe we can expect some of that, right? We have seen prices now on the 12-hour chart actually move all the way up to the 50 EMA. That to me is a decent begin to the year, right? We are seeing that, that 77% on Binance influx going long, possibly, right? Or maybe just a short squeeze. We don't know. We could look at our coin analyze chart as well to assess. But for now, we know, right? Prices have come up a little bit. And if Bitcoin is going up, we know the altcoins are going up even more because altcoins are essentially leveraged bets on Bitcoin, right? A lot of these coins don't have much going for them other than, for us to speculate on them. ETH going up quite a nice amount, breaking through that mean range or that mean kind of line right here, still not out of the range yet, right? A good range for me not to trade in, right, is going to be that 0.236 range, right? Positive and negative. I am not interested at all in taking trades in this range, right? Why? Well, because, this is the monthly, obviously, this is a bit more aggressive, but, something on like a weekly chart, right? I'm just not interested in taking trades over here. I want golden pockets, right? I want overextended markets because that way I can then, get into a swing trade. I'm a swing trader. That is my personal style of trading, right? I don't want to get involved in markets that are just bouncing up and down. That is for the scalpers. That type of market is for the guys who like trading off the daily levels and things like that. I like along to sit in a trade for a while, right? So, that's kind of how I'm approaching the market. So now that, out the way, let's get into some levels, right? So first things first, let's take a look at the monthly range, right? Because that is kind of going to give us our overview of what to expect out of the market. So for this month, we can see that our mean range is 17,050. Now, that is good, right? A lot of traders are going to be looking for that psychological level of 17,000. That is a good way for us to assess if the market is going to have enough strength to keep going up, right? So if I see price now, New York should have just opened up. If I see price kind of sit here, find support on that 50 EMA, right? Maybe reject a little bit off that mean level, break through, find support, keep going up. We can then assess if prices are going to hold or if they're going to keep going up, right? If I see this happening, I can seek longs, right? Why? Well, higher highs, right? I can then start honing in on my daily fib chart and then looking for levels that I like. This is the way I like to trade, right? It's systematic and it makes sense, right? And I allow the AI to kind of figure out, all these levels for me through TradingView. It's beautiful and it works. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. So for now, the most important level, and we'll be monitoring this, so definitely subscribe. We'll be looking for that 17,000 level, right? We want to see that hold. We want to see that volume come in on New York. Maybe we get a double bottom right here. Who knows, right? This could be the first leg. We could get a rejection off there. Price come up and then go. That to me will make more sense. Personally, if I was to look for a long right now, I would be looking for something around here. Okay, maybe even here, but mostly from this negative 618 and below. That's generally where I can start saying, yeah, well, the risk to reward now makes sense, right? If the market is not trending downwards, if we are seeing kind of fast moves up and down, look for a retrace, jump in, look for some divergence, jump in, right? That to me will be good. So, personally, longs, I'm looking for anything around 15,600. I don't know if we'll get that low this month, maybe, who knows? To me, this looks maybe like an up month. We'll have to see, right? It's too early in the month to know what's going on, right? We could just get a whole bunch of chop. You never know, right? So, for me, that's kind of what I'm looking out for, right? So 17,000 is a good psychological level. A good upper range would be 17,500, right? If we can break away from that, maybe we going long. We'll have to see if prices are accepted in that range, if we find support there, right? We are seeing a bit of a confluence here with the 200 EMA on the 12-hour chart. I love using the 12-hour chart to assess kind of higher time frame prices. It's fast enough to kind of get an idea of the structure of the market, but also not slow enough to kind of hold you back, right? This really isn't a market where we can wait on the weekly. We see things change so much so quickly, right? It's a very volatile market at the moment. But 12-hour, 200 EMA, kind of jumping together somewhat with that golden pocket. Could we expect prices to get hit there? Who knows? We'll have to see, right? Too early in the month to decide. So keep those levels I gave you in mind. Assess, if you really want to take a nice little risk, that 16,000, what does that say? 16,200, looks like a good level, possibly for a long. We did see prices, or not actually in this month. Nah, nothing there yet. But, if prices come down here, sweep the lows, find strong support, or strong absorption, we can take a trade there, right? Personally, for ETH, I don't really trade ETH much, but if we were looking for some trades on ETH, this looks much better, right? This looks way more healthy. Nice little market cipher, double bottom, nice divergence on the TDI index, nice momentum going up. Probably expect prices to go higher, right? If I wanted to short this, I would start looking for shorts around here. Okay, so 1300, a little bit too, I would say the risk to reward is probably quite dangerous because, this range could just get absolutely taken out. I mean, that golden pocket is like a magnet, right? Prices will just sweep it. So be very careful, put a stop loss above if you are looking for that 1300 or 1210 level. Golden pocket, around 1360, right? But, I would personally like a trade all the way up here, right? I'm looking for that 168 right here, which would be 1.5. That's where I would take a big short, right? Wait to see how prices are accepted, right? Let's say we see something like this. Price shoots up, finds support, right? Then comes all the way up here and then finds some sort of rejection. I can take a short there, right? I don't mind that. I could take a short down here as well. As long as I see that rejection at a peak level, right? Just like we saw here, prices weren't able to break this 382 level, right? What happens? Prices reject. We can take a short there, whatever, right? It's all good to go. I can take that risk, okay? So, same thing kind of applies for ETH. We're not going to go through every level, but, you can see them. You can just zoom in on your screen. I think YouTube now has a zoom feature. But, that's kind of how I'm looking for prices, right? I'm going to be really studying the Bitcoin chart because I know everything else moves in line with that. So let's move in a little bit closer for all of the guys and girls who like to trade a bit or like to trade shorter time frames. Okay, we are seeing prices or prices did get accepted at this mean level. Me personally, I'm not taking trades in this range. As stated before, I'm not interested in ping pong trading. Okay, I want trades around the golden pocket, right? I want to see liquidity get swept, right? Look at that big old gap right there, right? We did see prices just tap in that range. Cool. If you wanted to take that trade, you could, right? I'm sure even on the daily fib levels, there was something there for us to take, right? We'll zoom into that just now. But for me now, again, another level we could take, 16,200, right? That would be a nice level to take a long at, right? If prices crash through there, we could go all the way down to 15,800. I could take a long there. I'm assessing, I'm watching, I'm looking, I'm waiting, right? I want to see how the market reacts, right? Personally, if this is the end of the week's worth of trading, right? Price moved up once, moved up twice. We may get a little bit of range trading 3 times. Maybe this is the zone to take a short, right? We could see, but we need to see that rejection. We need to see prices get swept and then fall back into the range. Same thing like here. I mean, look at how perfect this was, right? If I was trading in December, this would have been an excellent trade. I mean, look at that. That is just a big old Christmas tree middle finger. Somebody went long up here and they are liquidated, okay? So don't be that sucker. Don't trade against the market. Trade in line with it, right? And these fib levels really give you that kind of oversight. So for now, I want to see prices take out this 200 EMA. Okay, so that would be around 16, yeah, as I said, 17,000 almost, right? I want to see prices get swept there, right? If we break above this 200, right? Hold on, we can then see what happens, right? So that's kind of my zone for taking shorts. But if prices shoot right through, right, and then find support somewhere around here, around 17,100, which probably will happen, because how many people do you think are putting up shorts at 17,000, right? It's a bit too easy. I could then look for shorts around, here, around the 6.8, right? I'll just wait and see, right? So we'll see what happens. For now, everything else is obviously going to follow in line with Bitcoin, ETH going a bit more crazy. Let's look at Matic. I think Matic had a really nice little double bottom on the golden pocket. Beautiful stuff. I mean, look at that, right? That to me, I could take, right? Price breaks below that mean, find support. I could take a trade somewhere around here, put my stop loss here. I'm fine with that, right? I could set a few more orders, right? If I wanted to hold this trade longer, I could set some orders down here, get my orders filled. I got a better entry price. Boom, things are good to go, right? But that's more for a high volume market. For now, a little bit skeptical. I'll wait to see what'll happen. But yeah, let's take a quick look at the DXY before I forget. Because something interesting is happening. This trend line I drew a while ago, because prices did actually tap off them, kind of around there. 3 taps, you got a trend line, right? Prices have really just come back into the zone, right? These deviation bands, this is the +1 band, right? This is the +2 band, or oversold, overbought, my bad, right? Same thing going down. This is oversold, -1. I can look for longs in this range. I'm fine with that, right? But we are seeing prices coming back to this trend line. Now, that to me is where I'm going to be kind of watching, waiting and seeing, right? If prices completely crash through and then form or turn this trend line into resistance, we can go long risk assets, right? I'm perfectly fine with that. But personally, I'm going to be waiting to see some sort of support found to at least build a double top, right? Because if this is the top, if this is the peak, if money's going to come out of nowhere, right? The government print money, stimulus checks, I don't know. If this is to be the top for the DXY, right? We could then long euro, we could long risk assets, right? We could jump in on the S&P. But for now, if prices come back up, we are definitely going to be looking for shorts on Bitcoin, right? Now, what would that look like as an inverse, right? Well, Bitcoin's kind of dead right now, right? Not really much going on. Let's remove these drawings. Really not much going on Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin is kind of dead at the moment. Let's remove that. Really not much going on. So we need to kind of, zoom in and see what's happening. I don't really see Bitcoin crashing from here, right? I mean, look at this zone of accumulation, right? Bitcoin already did technically crash, right? It's been crashing, right? For years now, or almost years, right? How long has it been? Geez, since August, November, 2021, right? It's almost been 2 years now, right? Or going into the second year. I want some longs, right? I don't mind waiting for a good opportunity to buy, but I'm not gonna buy, when prices are possibly rejecting off the mean. I'm looking for strong double bottoms that will provide us with good entries, right? That's why we are going to be looking at our fib levels, right, for good entries. So hopefully this video makes sense. Definitely stick around, subscribe. We're going to be going through a whole bunch of charts this year. I'm gonna be taking trades, right? Not on the channel so much, but you know, I'll be telling you where I'm long, where I'm short, where I'm looking for buys, where I'm looking for sells, when I'm looking not to trade. Stick around. It's gonna be a good journey. We'll take a look at the USDT dominance chart next time. I'm out of time for now, but yeah, subscribe. Let's get this channel to 100 subscribers, and let's make some money. Let's get it.